Alrighty, hello folks, we are back. So sorry for the delay, but we have Google Fiber Internet supporting us now, and I really apologize about the slideshow. Game number 2. Everything was fine, and then it wasn't, but now it's fine again, and we can hop into game number 3, which was picked up by I Just Enjoy Breadman. So far, they have picked all of our maps this evening. We are heading over to Braxis Holdout. Must I just say thank you so much for all the DMs, all of the complaints and chat and stuff. That really helped fix it. So we're good to go now, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
We are good. We have fixed. We have flipped everything over, and including the tables, the desks, and the cow. I don't know. But we have managed to fix it, and we have everything we need. Here is a reminder on the map so that you know where we are up to as the update, as this stream will technically be split into 2 because of the small disjointing. As you can see, as Jinxie said, everything is bread, all the way down the B-red colours. I have had to shorten the names a bit because they don't fit on my overlay. But we're in the Nexus Grand Finals. We have our teams in the lobby, and we can let them know that we are ready to go. If you could do that for me, Jinxie, as we are heading to Braxis.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are heading to Braxis as our third, and potentially, if Bread can close this out, final map.
It's going to be a really exciting series, and it's going to be a tough one. I don't think that Phoenix Rising Ruby are going to take this lying down. Let the teams know that we are ready, so we are ready to go here in just a moment. Teams probably running back from drinks and whatnot, and how do you think it's going to go? There's been a very macro-heavy style in favor of Phoenix Rising, or excuse me, in favor of I Just Enjoy Breadman. So are they going to run it back this time, or do Phoenix Rising have something up their sleeves?
It's a good question. This is a map where the 1v1 in top lane is the most important out of all of the games we have played so far. So seeing that could really change how this game is played, as we've seen these 1v1s between these two teams be very interesting in game number 2, where there was 2 bruisers on the side of Bread. But in game number 1, we did see, in terms of soak and in terms of just trading, Sonya actually kind of wrecked for the side of Phoenix Rising. So maybe they can take an advantage of that and maybe control that top lane a bit more, and then all they have to do is just survive in bot lane.
Absolutely. We'll have to see, you know, how they're going to get this all squared away. All right, sounds like Zebra is having some pupper issues, so all right, they'll be ready to go in just a moment here. We've definitely all been there.
Getting blebbed by the dog, so we are more than happy to give them a second. They were very much polite to give us a second to fix the problems. We are back, we are ready. Sorry for everyone who is wondering in the playlist that are set up on YouTube why this is 2 videos. That's why. We had to quickly reset the stream to set this back up. But we good. We should have fun. Will the Sonya get banned this time? She's been picked consistently once by each team now. I'm curious to see if it'll get banned this time.
Yeah, that's a good point. She's got 50% win rate so far. So if I remember correctly, Phoenix Rising has an absolutely insane win rate with the Sonya. So maybe it'll be banned out this time. Hogger doesn't get as much value here, so don't expect to see him too much. Potentially in the bans, but yeah. Other than that, you know, who else really works well against Sonya in that top lane? Because it's so important.
Like, as we said in game number 1, Rexar is the big one, where he's able to control the top lane against Sonya for the combination of just being able to soak the lane while also controlling the point, and also the fact that Rexar actually counters Sonya pretty hard, due to the fact that you just drop Misha stun onto the Sonya. Other counters include Thrall with percentage damage build. He can actually out-sustain a Sonya pretty well, so you can get some good value there. As we are heading into that draft, D.Va can do okay. Artanis will lose early game, but late game will get stacks for days and can have a pretty good time if he chooses to go that path.
We will have to see. We've seen a lot of the Rexar into Sonya matchup and how that has been really kind of giving Sonya a hard time. Is today the exception? Let's find out as we head on in. Game number 3, potentially the last game of the evening. What do they have in store for us?
Let us see. Game number 3. What are we going to see from them? That Chromie ban seemed to work pretty well. That game was a very, very even. In fact, both of these games have been pretty back and forth, but that game number 2 was definitely an absolute slogfest for both of these teams. So I would definitely like to see that Chromie ban out again. She's great for the objective, just a siege onto the point, but they're going to start off with that Brightwing ban. Ooh.
Makes sense. It's been really doing work for Lux Hayes there. Whitemane, once again, gonna be banned out. Now, Sonya Hogger is still available. Uther, Medivh, Chromie gonna be taken away by Phoenix Rising Ruby.
Chromie down a second time, getting that out of here, as we see Uther getting removed. If you're going to have Sonya's and Hoggers in the game, you don't want Uther. But instead it's a Mei steal. Instead of banning it, first time they ever banned, they banned it game 2. This time, Phoenix Rising steal it away. Very smart. Excuse me, I have a hiccup apparently.
Makes sense there, you know? She's a really strong hero, has great zone control, and definitely what you want to be doing is zoning folks off of those beacons. So, excellent pickup, I hear, think you're from Phoenix Rising.
Very solid indeed. Cassia, and there's the Rexar in advance of Sonya. That's risky, because Rexar himself has quite a few counters. So it's very risky to see that picked up as an early pick here. Malthael, for example, absolutely dunks on Rexar up in that top lane. Kira gives him a rough time. Artanis does pretty okay, honestly. Chen can do okay. Rexar being picked up so early, Hogger does pretty good. It's a weird early pick that puts them at quite a lot of risk here. But it is preventing Sonya being picked, so it might just be doing exactly what they planned.
Well, yeah, lots of mind games going on in the chess game that is the draft right now. We have Jessaleo back in for Phoenix Rising. Who are we going to ban out here? Greymane going to give a little bit of respect to the other team as well. Both teams giving a nod here. Mixels will have to play something else.
Makes sense. Remove the Greymane. There's already Lunara on the board, so taking out a hero that has a burst finisher, as Lunara, even with her burst build, isn't the best burst finisher in the game. So having her set up for Greymane can be really, really good, and they combo quite well together. Johanna, solid ban. There's an auto attacker in the form of Lunara. You don't want her to get interrupted.
Makes sense to me. So we're going to continue on through. Red, what do they think will carry them to victory? One game stands between them and them being the Nexus Division Champions. This is our full-on championship tonight, reminder, guys. And it is going to be Nubarak and Lucio coming out here.
Lucio's felt kind of neglected this series. We just haven't really seen him that much. Now with a Nubarak on the board as well, Lucio plus Cassia is one of the best combos. Cassia already has a lot of armor, meaning Lucio's healing is very much a little bit more effective. Cleansing her out keeps her moving so she can keep that armor. A Nubarak can dive deep to set up for them and has great zoning for the objective. Oh, that is nice, though. Phoenix Rising, they commit to a hard win bot lane with a double support Lunara Valor, Ariel, which I think, actually, no, I think I'm wrong. I think this is going to be Mei Stukov Lunara bot, Valor Ariel top lane. And they're just going to try bully Rexar that way.
Interesting. These are definitely Brax's. I'm trying to wrap my head around it and the best way they can play this. Genji coming out for Mundane Zebra here. Really the only map we see him on where, you know, everyone considers that he's going to get absolutely crazy value. So I'm excited. Very different drafts than what we've seen in the last two games. And we'll see if it's enough to bring Phoenix Rising back into this series.
Absolutely. So, I'm being told by the chat I am wrong. I haven't cast these teams too much, so there's a good chance I am. But the theory crafting is going to be there. There we go. People say that it is going to be the 2-3 split. Absolutely love that. I think it's a really smart idea, but I honestly think the reaction of the Genji from Mundane Zebra is so smart. Being able to just dive the what is now very squishy backline of Phoenix Rising. I like that Genji.
I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with this. I've played a comp very similar to what Phoenix Rising are doing right now in the past, and it worked out splendidly for me and my team. So I'm a little bit biased about the team comps. We'll have to see as we head on in for our third game here.
Alrighty, let's get this underway. Would you like to observe or shall I?
I can observe.
Boom, I have hit the O button. So,
Alrighty. Oh, perfect timing as I hit away. We head on in game number 3, potentially the last of the series. We've got Dinalore on that Stukov. H2O will be your May. Fragseller rocking that Vala down on the bottom. It's Jacilio on that Lunara, and Mixels will be your Ariel.
they still found a way to make me wrong by doing the 3-man top lane and the 2-man bot lane and having the rotate who is with who completely split up. On the right-hand side, I just enjoy Breadman with Caddy on the Cassia, Nyquil on the Anubarak. Lucio is currently chilling in the middle of the map. That is being played by Lux Hayes, literally just scouting out for ganks. And in top lane, we're going to see that Rexar played by Gold Fortune and Mundane Zebra playing that Genji.
Head on in. We don't get to see this side of Braxis much. It's nice as we take it all in. The members of Phoenix Rising is going to get straight to pushing. H2O going to look for Mundane Zebra there, but ends up just taking mostly tower shots. Losing a big chunk of health there, but Gold Fortune not able to step out at all.
I don't know if I prefer the Vala being down here, being in this 3-man. It seems solid. It's going to be good against the Rexar, but I'm just concerned about the push ability of that bot lane, which right now there's a little bit of a brawl happening. Ariel getting focused down by Caddy pretty hard. Mixels having to heal up. Going to be very reliant on Jacilio to keep that energy high. We're going to be seeing, by the way, that searing light damage healing coming in from Ariel, potentially going for the big stacks later on.
Looking for extra damage wherever they can find it because it's all about Lunara and Vala here, just continuing to carry on. The 2v1 is going to be tough. However, the push power is definitely in favor of the members of Phoenix Rising up here in the top. They're going to get this first tower down. Fragseller able to avoid that Misha charge. Stun onto the bear, and first blood going to be that Misha there, the real hero in the duo. Mundane Zebra going to dash back and head back to base. They've taken a big chunk of health out.
There is still push potential on the side of Bread, especially with a Nubarak having those beetles, but Jacilio is cleaning them up so quickly, and Lucio's push speed ain't great. So as such, like you say, the sheer output that Vala offers in terms of actual DPS is what is working in favor for Phoenix Rising Ruby right now. With already them starting their bruiser camp, I just enjoy Breadman. We'll do the same, just a little bit slower.
Constant pressure. That's going to be how Phoenix Rising get back in here. They're going to try and find Misha once again. But this time, it's going to end up being H2O, who takes a little bit of the pounding once again from those towers. Remember, guys, towers, they were in the HGC, and they definitely feel like it. Meanwhile, in the bottom, camp finally was picked up there. So now, members of I Just Enjoy Breadman going to look to push it out a little bit more.
We're not immediately going in for burst build Lunara with the extra sustain. Lunara just trusting Ariel to keep her healed up, is instead going with that Nature's Culling. Wants to just blast through camps and blast through the objective when it spawns up. Genji, on the other hand, bringing out Shuriken Mastery. Just trying to stack up the extra DPS there and get that extra charge.
I see the continued push here. Unusual Genji build coming in. We typically don't see the stacking Shuriken build. A little bit of an older build and has been nerfed a couple of times through. But Mundane Zebra has been playing like an absolute champ the last couple of games. So we expect that they have a plan. Kenny getting kind of low down here, not having that support down bottom. It's going to be rough. We're going to see lots of damage coming in onto Jacilio. Nyquil going to jump in, try and find him, but not getting much. The hard thing here for I Just Enjoy Breadman is the fact that Mixels can kind of stay in lane forever as long as they don't end up dying.
Noob going to be focused down here in this bottom lane, forced off the point as top is also seeing another brawl. The bear is taken out by Vala, and Mundane Zebra is deep in the backline, but with that bear gone, a good multi-shot from Vala, they're forced to back up here. And we are seeing Phoenix Rising Ruby able to hold on all fronts here, able to hold these fights with just the double support, double lane push.
Coming down back to the bottom. You see these health bars at the top. Poor Lux Hayes, overworked, underpaid. Those are some low health bars. They rotate down to the bottom, understanding that without being able to have these, without the support here, that it's going to be really hard to get much done. So, of course, a big stun coming out there from Mixels. And just use that heal for damage as everyone is pretty topped up. Justillo, though, low on mana. We'll need to back eventually.
Going to be seeing pretty standard builds across the line here. Splintered Spear for Justillo here. Just trying to poke away, just trying to get macro pressure going. Vala with Arsenal and Punishment now. The Arsenal, the big one here, getting up to 10 seconds cooldown reduction on that multi-shot. If they land the grenades, will be forced to back up as Justillo was focused down and harassed there quite a bit. Genji now has augmented guard, so he's now even harder to kill as well, as Double Channel will come in for bread.
Up in the top, we're going to see another big fight break out there. Misha going down yet again. Mana is low, health is low. And top is quickly taken back by Phoenix Rising. Genji making his way down, but deciding better of it as the rest of the team begins to push in once again. Really loving this by Phoenix Rising here. And so far, ooh, Misha gonna go down. Poor old Girl Fortune having a hard time, but I just enjoy Bread getting the best out of this that they possibly can. Phoenix Rising, which is such a constant thorn in the side of them. Just chipping away slowly but surely.
Bread are trying to counter push as hard as they can. They have got some health off of this fort. They are going very aggressive here. Mixel's pushed back by Lucio. The heal not up in time. They get the kill, and that's just going to be a 4-for-4 trade because this will 100% go down with the Beatles. Justillo getting chased all the way across here. Good deflate just to stay alive. But top four already taken down. But a good rotation by Bread to guarantee a trade and a kill for them.
So we are 1-1 in the kill counters right now as everybody kind of resets here. Camp being taken by Gold Fortune. They've killed Misha so many times they've equaled a regular kill. So in terms of kill experience, we're dead even.
Absolutely. The bear has been sacrificed several times to try and keep them alive. Good little boost there by the Mei, making the most of that extra skating away. 50 armor and 20% movement speed. We're going to see the move in by Phoenix Rising, but Justillo focused down. Good sidestep, dodging 1, 2, but can't dodge the burrow charge as Justillo is absolutely destroyed. Even 2 healers cannot help you against that much CC.
Lockdown is real for I Just Enjoy Breadman, who are now going to look to get started on this boss here. Without Lunara able to scout him out without the Wisp. We'll see if the members of Phoenix Rising can sniff this out, or if this is going to be a little bit of insult to injury. 96%, 100% coming through. It is going to be the first objective phase going in favor of the members of I Just Enjoy Breadman. Big Boss has been discovered now, going claimed by the red team. Cocoon on H2 to make sure they couldn't get him away. We have Ice Wall, level 10 is online. The rest of the team coming in, they want blood. Ice Wall will separate Mei out from everybody else. Big flailing swipe coming out from the top lane there, Stukov. And now it's all about defense for Phoenix Rising.
We're going to see I Just Enjoy Breadman pushing up top lane, just trying to push with that boss as bot will be defended desperately by Phoenix Rising. This is just going to be a dead fort. 2 forts going in. There's a very small Zerg wave pushing in, but something that you will learn playing Praxis, never underestimate a Zerg wave. And as such, Genji will actually come back to help deal with this. This should be pretty easy to defend because there are no Guardians here. There is no consistently spawning Zerg, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. 2 forts is still a good trade.
Teams both just trying to get back to that soak now. Boss is going to continue to push in here. Won't seem to get much more as the rest of the team is on top. Of course, Lunara has that level 4 Nature's Calling, and as such, is able to chunk him down pretty quickly. The members of I Just Love Breadman, though, are able to grab these camps and once again exerting that exponential map pressure that we've seen in the last 3 series. They look for a risky invade here. onto that siege camp of the blue team.
Nyquil in position, will get the start onto Lunara. They don't capitalize. Double leaping strike immediately burned. Not going for the Thornwood Vine here. Good ice wall. Camp's not done yet. Blizzard on top stuns Anubarak, who's focused down and is just able to escape. But the cap stolen by H2O. They get the bear, and Jinxeekatt is chasing, running down Zebra.
Rest of the team gonna back it out. A spicy play. It looked really safe for I Just Enjoy Breadman, but in the end, nearly losing the life of Anubarak. Did lose the life of Misha. Not much the teams can do. We're gonna see Nyquil jump back in. Cocoon coming out onto Lunara, the person who burns it the fastest, but getting caught in that blizzard is going to make it go down lickety split. We're gonna see that Dragon Blade come out from Genji, looking for Vala. Not gonna find him here. Several heroics still on cooldown for the blue team. Everybody coming through. Ice Wall will come out, does not connect. Does separate the team. Cannot be stunned by Ariel. Lots of damage onto Mei. Has to burn the Cryo Freeze. Misha will go down. Genji finishes that quest. We're going to see lots of damage on Akane, who ends up falling on the Cassia. And now both teams are going to take a moment to back it up. Phoenix Rising. They came to play this game, Tetcher.
They're holding it. They're doing well, apparently, by the way. Detainment Strike does not work on Ice Wall. I don't know if I saw that wrong, but I am very confused as to what happened there. But either way, they still found the kills on the Bear and onto Cassia with those isolations, with that split on the team, and just the sustain that they have, as they will back away level 13 just around the corner for both teams. Phoenix Rising Ruby. Down structures, but they are absolutely in this game.
NG looking for a potential gank there, and yeah, down but not out. The best way to put it here. We're gonna see another little skirmish break out in the bottom. In the end, nobody going down just yet. Just a little bit of poke, a little bit of posturing, seeing what the teams can get here. Ice Wall will come out.
Blizzard set up, looking for Anubarak just in time. You gotta time that perfectly, or Anubarak is that insta-unstoppable, able to get out of danger. They're gonna push in the bot lane with these level 13s. We're gonna be seeing it in endless spores here. Cooldown reduction for the Lunara. Just wants to try and maximize damage output here. Flurry for Mei, also going for some cooldown reduction, getting some extra attack speed.
Looks like up in the top, Phoenix Rising have opted to leave that for the time being. XP is just neck and neck, and of course, Caster Curse. As soon as I say it, we're going to see two members jump up here. Justillo and Mixels coming up, swapping lanes with their 3-man. This is going to be the objective so far in favor of Bread. There's the Ice Wall once again. They catch onto Anubarak. There's going to be that Blizzard jumping on the back here, though. Lux is harassing him out. H2O did dive in. Only that right click to get him out. Nobody is caught just yet, but in the meantime, top was taken by Justillo.
Channel comes in. In fact, Channel's going to be double capped for just a second in favor of Phoenix Rising Ruby, as Genji getting the shield from that augmented defense, able to survive the leaping strike and the full 5-man, deleting Ariel. That is big kills for Bread, and they are running down. Not going to go for the kills. They're going for boss again, making the most of that deflect by Genji to race the boss.
Team looked to push in the bottom lane, wasn't able to find much, and Bread really changed it up the strategy here now, seeing as the macro pressure won't work with this double support strategy, so instead just going to try and push it around, find the ganks, and then go for those macro points. They're going to grab bottom, so once again, boss and the objective will go over to the members of Bread for the time being. The rest of the team, they can't seem to do much. They're just hanging out right now, and this next camp going to be the point of contention.
Phoenix Rising Ruby just clearing out the boss, and as such, this camp, they could try and contest it, but it doesn't look like they are interested. Just going to let that go over. The double channel, as you said, goes over to Bread, so they finished that up. And they're just chaining all this together. This is now going to be a siege cap plus boss pushing in the top lane. A single siege cap is pushing in bot lane as well. So let's see what these Goliaths are able to do until the objective gets here. Phoenix Rising Ruby on the defense.
Map is so snowballing and so hard. We'll see if they can't pull it back here. Kills need to happen. This keep most likely going down here. The big thing that Phoenix Rising needs to remember is they need to use the keep to defend them, not them to defend the keep. If the keep dies, they can still win. If they die, it's a little bit of a different story. Icewall going to come out here. Ultralisk getting somewhat low. The whole team from I Just Enjoy Breadman is back now. And there it goes. Keep falls.
We're just going to see this defense coming out from Phoenix Rising Ruby. They don't commit to a fight. They don't do anything hyper aggro. They're down 16s. They know they can defend the core here. They just defended another turn, another full objective, and a boss. They play the safe, long game. And as such, Phoenix Rising Ruby, they are able to defend. And I Just Enjoy Breadman, they leave. And they just go and defend their own base.
Was the fort taken before in the bottom lane, or did that come from the Zerg wave? I was looking at other stuff. And...
I'm going to go with maybe, because I don't remember.
It was probably Zerg, if I remember correctly. They were pushing down in the bottom. Level 16s are finally online for Phoenix Rising. We'll see if they can't bring it back. Camp is picked up here, and once again, Phoenix Rising back to doing those chores. We're having a really hard time finding these team fights, and this is really what they love to do. Only thing available right now is this camp, and both teams are hungry for it.
They really are. They want to try and set something up here. You can see, I Just Enjoy Breadman. They are in position, waiting to strike, waiting to try and capitalize here. As they are the ones racing the camp. Phoenix Rising Ruby, Ice Wall, but it's too late. Genji just gets that. No one was able to get on the point as a good cocoon comes out. Stukov is able to disengage, but that bear really wants him.
Basically, the Ariel drops the cocoon of her own. The Crystal Aegis will come out. May, though, the first to go down. Stukov next to fall here. They're not able to find the rest of these heroes here, Tetcher. And now, great knockback. Mixels, though, only delaying the inevitable, goes down. Mundane Zebra will fall to Lunara, so small victories there for them. They're running for their lives. It's so hard to outrun a Lucio. Push off coming through. The baby stun coming out. Justillo running for their life with the leaping strike, able to get away. No keep to defend him here. Now, the rest of the members of I Just Enjoy Breadman looking to... Oh, Lucio goes down and back. Vala able to pick him off in the corner. Going for a spicy play. They don't see her. She gets away.
They actually live. They actually live. Insane. I've got a quick replay of that boss fight that they were able to sustain on. The ice wall comes out at the start of this fight, and Genji just dodges it. May can't get on the point, but look at the focus on Stukov. He's completely trapped. Team tries to zone 7. The flaming swipe comes out, but Burrow Charge goes through it, and the team just dives right past the Aegis to set up for the kill. In the main game, Rip Bear. Bear's dead.
It's something that I think Gold Fortune is familiar with, hearing the sound of the Misha going down. Vala has to clean back up. Can't be in taken. All the standard stuff you got to do while waiting for the time to team fight.
I would like to point out that Phoenix Rising Ruby have taken literally 0 core damage, not even shields. Otherwise, the health bars would have popped up on the cores, but they've actually held this. This is also their best scout on a boss yet. They're actually all up and in a position where they could try and engage this, and looks like they may try to do so. You see the retreat coming out of I Just Enjoy Breadman. Phoenix Rising Ruby actually going to try and contest this. They're going to try and grab the boss, but there's the double channel for I Just Enjoy Breadman, meaning that they have to make a decision now. Lose boss or lose the objective, and they choose the objective. It's boss congestion time.
Both teams fighting through. Mundane Zebra wrapping around the back does get stunned. That point will be available in just a moment here. Stukov, massive swipe. May on top, not able to hold it just yet, though. They're trying to get on, but it is going to be a red boss picked up here. However, what are the consequences? Mundane Zebra is very low. Lux Hazel able to heal him out. Bear goes down. That objective will go over. Is it going to be enough? Lucio, the next to fall here.
There's a big push of Siege Camper minions in the bottom lane for Phoenix Rising Ruby, but they now have to defend against a boss and full objective. They won the fight, but like you said, at what cost? They have to defend their lives out here with that Nature's Culling from Lunara, with that multi-shot from Vala. Everything has to go into defending this core now, because Bread, they're just slowly bleeding out Phoenix Rising Ruby here.
A war of attrition that the blue team is not going to be able to hold up to. They're making their way as fast as they can. Keep will surely go down. That's a naked core. Can be backdoored at any time here. All hands on deck. They're actually stemming the bleeding pretty well here. Keep will finally end up going down. There's the Ultralisk. Boss not healthy at all, but still enough. Grabs the fountain. The core still safe.
Wow.
No core health, as you mentioned earlier, Tetcher, but that's a bare naked Nexus.
They're out of stuff to absorb the blows, but the fact that they haven't taken a single piece of core damage at this stage is honestly a miracle for Phoenix Rising Ruby, and they have manifested that miracle of their own skill. In this case, I just enjoy Breadman, though, grabbing sieges and bruisers. They're just keeping the pressure on. They literally are just going to wait for the next objective. They have level 20. They could try and make a play here, but they're going to be pretty solid just to delay and try and force a mistake out of Phoenix Rising Ruby, who should in no way, shape, or form be any further away from their base than they already are right now until they have that 20.
If they find some kills, it's going to be really hard to leave the base. Now, for the time being, everything is off the map. Save the globes, but if you're dying over a globe, then you should probably come join me in silver. Kills need to happen. It needs to be a mistake, I feel, from I Just Enjoy Bread here to give Phoenix Rising a chance back in this. But they're playing so clean. You can't just wait for that mistake. Something needs to happen at this point for Phoenix Rising. It's how do you want to lose?
They do have 20. So they are ready to contest again. Boss is not going to be up for a little bit, but they have some more time, and they have some really big 20s. They did go for that unfair advantage at 16. Now they have the intensifying toxin. Lunara does so much damage now. Shield of Hope, a big saving grace for them. Farflight Quiver for Valor, so much extra range. The flash freeze for Mei, giving herself that big that big extra bit of sustain when she gets burst down. But with the counter on that, Mixing Fire is going to give anti-heal. There's roots on the board now, and Genji, if he gets kills, he's resetting across the board with that Dragon Becomes Me at level 20. This is going to be down to whoever gets the better CC in the team fights.
It's going to be a tough one here, that's for sure. Lunara investigating everybody. Danger Pings coming through immediately. Justillo and crew showing up to try and find somebody. Ice Wall will catch out a new Barak. He's going to get stuck. That is unstoppable, however, so not going to connect. One heroic down. 50-second cooldown, so it will be back for the time being. They're going to continue to keep fighting. They dive in. They're looking for Misha here.
Misha will die. This is a 4v5 right now in favor of Phoenix Rising Ruby because Genji is still split pushing, and that's why Phoenix Rising Ruby are pushing so hard. They're desperately trying to force something, make something happen. But Bread, they're just slowing down the rotation. They're just delaying. Genji's on the way back in, though. That's good positioning by Mei, trying to split the team in two. Cassie is on the back line, but they turn on her. Big heal, big cleanse coming out from Caddy as the fight, the Blizzard not landing. Shield of Hope sustains the team. Genji forced to roll away. H2O is finally focused down. Sustains again with the level 20. Holding through this fight. Ice will catch the Nubarak, but Mundane Zebra grabs the first kill.
Gonna continue to dash on through. Mei is down. The rest of the members are low. 88% on the core. It's taking damage from those minions. Time is ticking. Ariel is down. Stukov is down. Next, Fragstellar and Justillo in a rough spot. It's just gonna be Vala here. And GGs have been called. I think we're looking at the end here, Tetcher. The team marches up. The shield has regenerated a little bit, but it is a 1v9 here for Fragstellar, who is respecting the GGs.
We'll send out a couple
game
hits.
number 3 and your series going over to I Just Enjoy Breadman.
Nicely done. Intense final fight, but Caddy's flanks in that fight were so good. Turned on by Lux, cleansing them out when they turned onto Caddy, allowing them to sustain all the way through. And finally, the big Misha stun, sacrificed consistently all the way through that series. But it took one fight, one time where Misha survived long enough to be the saving grace and land those stuns. We salute Misha.
You said it yourself. It's going to come down to who can land more CC, and this time around it happened to be I Just Enjoy Breadman, who played a very, very clean series. We're so excited. Big congratulations to them. They are going to be our Nexus Division champions.
Nicely done. Huge congratulations to them. Getting the main champions of one of the toughest divisions in NGS in a 3-0 no less. Able to put on a strong performance. They set themselves up beautifully. I'm just impressed. Well done. They just really put on a stellar performance. Phoenix Rising Ruby, the score does not show, and it does not do justice as to how well they actually did. But Bread, they looked insane today.
They did a really, really great job. It's so hard to just say, you can say, oh, they did good. They did so much better than good at putting it into words. They played out of their minds, honestly. And Phoenix Rising, I really hope that they can go through, look and see what they did wrong, and say, okay, we can come back stronger next season. Because their performances were stellar as well. Every single game was like, how do they come back? This is great. They're finding it. They have that XP lead. And they just weren't able to pull it off in the end. But they played absolutely wonderfully. I could have asked for a better series from either of the teams. It's just well done to all of them.
Could not agree more. So, I believe, I'm just checking to see if anyone's in a room. Bread have not messaged you, I assume, saying they don't want an interview. So I believe we're going to have an interview with them.
Looks to be the case. Nobody has said anything just yet. Do you want to hop on into a lobby and see if we don't have anyone to join us for a post-game interview?
Let's do that. So we're going to jump down. We're not on cam, so we don't have to worry about losing Jinxie right now. So let us jump in to... she's already gone. All right, I will meet her there. You jumped it so fast. Alrighty, so we'll wait to see if we get anyone from I Just Enjoy Breadman to talk about their victory. Just so impressive. Big shout out to Mundane Zebra for just being... I think we might have to change their name in particular from I Just Enjoy Bread to I'm Just Annoying Breadman.
Oh man, if anybody knows how this feels, we definitely do. I Just Enjoy Breadman has actually been a team. Alright, they say they are coming, so they'll be here in just a moment. But they did help scrim my Division B team and definitely made us suffer for our mistakes. There they are. It's the whole gosh darn squad. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Especially NyQuil. Congrats, NyQuil.
Yeah, congrats, NyQuil.
Yeah, congrats, NyQuil. I don't know what this bit is.
I was about to ask, like, what is it a birthday? You got a baby on the way?
No,
Even
no,
better.
no,
We
no
won.
babies.
Easy. We won next
Congratulations,
division.
NyQuil. We won.
All right. Well, great job, everybody. Absolutely, just phenomenally done. You guys are the champions. This isn't a coastal. This isn't something you're gonna have to fight somebody else. This is it. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Feeling great.
Some really tough games.
Yeah, looks like they put up a really strong fight. Tetcher, I will open it to you first and foremost. Anything you want to talk about?
Well, let's start off with game number... I really want to talk about game number 2, but I will start off with game number 1. You guys were able to put up a solid performance with it ending up coming down to a fight over the heal pass, but all of these games went so long and you had to deal with a little bit of a delay. How are you staying in the right mindset considering how long a lot of those games went?
Personally, I think it's a bit easy to stay in a good mindset when we're winning those games.
Yeah, we're also used to we're used to games going long. Most of our practice games go to 20.
Yeah.
We're not good at ending the game early.
No.
We have to hit those level 20 talents every game.
I mean, that's the fun part, right? It's the strongest talent in the game. It's no fun to end before you get your, nuke the sky button.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what. It's not that we're inting. It's that we're waiting to get our stronger talents.
We're
Definitely.
stalling for content.
Yeah.
Hey, love it. So you guys...
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So you
Go right
guys
ahead.
ended up going in with a more standard composition. They went with a very wombo-heavy composition, which resulted in something I could perhaps describe as the sacrificial H2O in a lot of those fights. Was that planned, or is it just the fact that he is in the front? Sorry, the sacrificial
Is this
Nyquil.
game
Sorry, I
one?
got the wrong way around. I got the
Plan.
wrong way around. Sorry, the sacrificial Nyquil. Basically running in
Oh,
and
the
just trying
sacrificial
to.
Nyquil.
Yes, basically just being the one to eat all the abilities a lot of the time and surviving most of those times.
That's
Yeah,
his
a lot
job.
of times I'm not trying to let Garrosh combo me on purpose. I'm trying to like slow him and make sure he never gets to our team. But if he gets to me, I'm not that sad because I think their one shot on the Mei is like not quite good enough. I can usually get my trade off unless they're like really tight execution. And if I get my trade off, I put a Blizzard on me and Ice Wall down. The counter engage is really strong.
And at the same time, we have in game 1 we have Brightwing Z and Diva W to keep him alive
Yeah.
through that too.
Resulting in one of the most valued Diva Ws in that final fight.
Yeah.
On the heel
Oh
count.
yeah.
That was ridiculous. I had no idea how much they used them.
All right, Jinxie.
All right, so looking at game number 1 here. I mean, you pretty much covered it all. In the mid game, they got a little bit ahead. You know, they managed to fight back from that level lead that you guys had over them, and they found a protector and got a couple of really strong kills. How did you maintain the focus there? Were you just, you know, we'll get 20 and that'll be that? Were you worried at all?
I mean, Robot
Content.
doesn't do anything until second point C. We just fight past it and like kill them. Congratulations, you won the objective. Now you get a 3v5.
Oof.
Like,
You know, that's a fair point.
Full Sky objective doesn't do anything. It's literally just get turrets and heal camp and then win the fight and then have 20 and then win the game.
Yeah, the one robot we got that game, I almost killed Zebra. And that's about all I got done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, by not picking your goddamn ultimate.
Both me and Nyquil griefed on taking ults too slow.
And that was a really insane play. I think I remember us talking about it. Just the snap pick onto the Dragon Arrow, the big stun, and then you guys were out of there. So just really, really well done. Game number 2, we move on to Garden of Terror there. And was the plan all along to leave the Hogger? Because you guys did leave Hogger, they took it, and then you got Sonya.
Oh, we already had our bands figured out. We weren't gonna deviate from our bands. I think our bands were good, and I think the fact that they get Hogger isn't like it's not worth banning Hogger over anything that we banned.
I want to throw out huge respect for Daniel Ward's white main because we played against it, we scrimmed against it, we've seen it so many times, and it is really disgusting.
Yeah, we do not want to play against that. And then it was very convenient for us that they didn't play Lucio because our last like 20 bans of the season were our first 2 bans each game were Lucio Uther every time.
Yeah.
And so we got to adapt that to Danny Laura and still manage to not have to play
Escape the
against Lucio.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I mean,
definitely.
the Sorry, the
Go
Hogger
right
didn't
ahead, go
bother
right
us.
ahead.
The Hogger didn't bother us. Is like
For
the
sure.
general answer to that question.
No
Probably me
worries
that
at
game.
all. Tetcher, you had some questions about game number 2, so I'll pass it back over to you.
So game number 2, you guys went with a double front line, but not the, or the triple front line in this case, but not the usual expected double front line or triple front line with 2 bruisers. You actually went with more of a melee assassin in this case in the form of Malthael into a Diablo Hogger, which is a relatively tanky front line. But I'm curious, just for starters, why the Malthael was the choice.
He's good on that map because he gets Bruiser out really early, really easily. With Pale Horse, he can rotate really well. So, and I'm God Malthael, so we always look at that pick as a possibility. And generally, when I see Hogger Diablo, I'm literally salivating. You know, I just can't stop myself. It's just so easy to play as Malthael, so I just, take it, have a fun time, destroy them.
Makes
Easy
sense.
clap.
And you guys actually nearly got to level 26. You got just a touch of XP off of level 26 that game, with a lot of Mundane Zebra split pushing during that game. You did actually start split pushing a couple times. in game number 2 when there weren't any more buildings to get? Was that just purely relying on a pale horse, or was the communication to your team just don't fight, just wait?
I think that's what it was, right? We didn't want to fight. I'm not.
Yeah, we were trying to avoid fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just trying to get the next objective, because with 2 keeps down, it'd be pretty easy to end the game with them.
Yeah, we wanted to try to keep them in their base because they were turtling super hard. So we wanted to try to do that and then just wait for objective. But my team got caught, so
It was interesting.
we
It went from them turtling directly into you turtling it just a couple minutes later.
yeah.
Jinxie?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so looking at it, that's pretty much hit the nail on the head for all of the questions. Game number 2. Looking at game number 3, went with a very different comp than I think we saw the last 2 games. Now, was that based on what they picked? Is this something that you guys run often? Or what was the method behind your game 3 draft, I think is the question.
Well, we definitely were not expecting the support.
Wait,
Walla.
what'd you say? You kind of cut out there.
We were not suspecting the double support Walla.
Oh. I mean, at the start of the draft, we were just like, why would they not ban Rexo? Like,
Yeah, the really like the X factor, the thing that changed drastically for our draft game 3 was we picked up Genji, and Genji's just a really strong niche pick on Praxis with boss burn and with really quick rotations, being able to move between top and bot, and just basically being in all the lanes at once. And then
yeah,
apart from that, we have
kind
a
of
really,
draft, like
standard
pretty
draft.
often, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
Rexar, we're 9-0 on Rexar with this game, so we thought it was going to be banned for sure on that map at least. But they
Yeah.
gave that to us, which is like super comfort for us, so we were pretty down with it.
You guys are now 9-0 with Rexar this season, so pretty
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah, I don't like to brag about it.
I've never heard that statistic.
Never.
Yeah, never.
Well,
don't
technically, you
talk
will have
about
never
it
heard
every
that
day.
statistic, because it would have been 8-0 up until today.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I think that game 3, in general, we picked Braxis because we wanted to just like get the quick win, get them off comforts, and we just picked like a really normal-looking draft that does good things on Braxis. And then they came at us and took us out of our comfort zone with that draft, so it was a bit weird trying to adapt to it in real time, figure out where we had to rotate to match them.
Yeah.
But it worked out.
Would you have done anything differently, looking back at the draft now?
No, we won.
Fair.
If they take double support and we get Genji, it's very hard for us to lose that game. I mean, we tried. We tried early games to lose.
We did try.
Oh my crap. We did expect the Lunara top though.
Yeah.
When we saw
Yeah,
Lunara, we actually.
I think they kind of, not trolled, but if they're going to go that, I don't think they have their offlane pick it in draft because it kind of gave it away.
Yeah. Because we were able to recognize immediately that it was Lunara
It was some
offlane.
sort of like funky layout. And
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas if they had one of their other DPS, it's more hidden.
Yeah, they could have cut us off guard. I don't think it would have done enough, but
All right, so
Absolutely.
I guess before we, unless Jinxie has any more questions, I have one question just for the future, and that is, what are the plans for I Just Enjoy Bread next season?
Honestly,
gonna
that's
keep
not
enjoying
something
Grid.
we've talked about yet.
Ah, fair enough.
Regardless of what happens in NGS, we're still gonna just like casually enjoy bread. I
Hell
think in our day-to-day lives.
And nothing more than that. Only a casual enjoyment.
A tiny enjoyment for me and NyQuil.
You can't love bread, you just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And take it too far.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Well, huge congratulations to you guys. Maybe you can go get like I want to say a charcuterie board, but that's cheese. So if there's like a bread equivalent of that, maybe go to your local bakery, grab something like that. But Huge congratulations, guys. Way to go this season. You had an absolutely stellar season. And I think we'll leave it to you for any shout-outs, any call-outs you want to do within reason. The floor is yours.
Shout out to everyone watching.
Shout out to you,
Shout
Jack,
out to YouTube for casting. Really appreciate that.
Shout out to Monty Guy. My
Oh yeah,
daily
shout out to Monty
inspiration
Guy.
in life. I think that's it for me.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Bread.
Shout out to you guys, obviously, for casting. Thank you so
Well,
much.
I just
Thank
realized I have
you.
big thank you. I guess I have one more question then, just to potentially throw some divisions into the team. Favorite type of bread?
Fried.
It's the regular look.
Sourdough bread.
Boiled.
Hell
I
yeah.
like my bread boiled.
Yeah, definitely not fried. Definitely not fried.
Definitely fried bread.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my
All
god.
right,
Danny.
And I'm banned from the team.
Off
Let's go.
the team.
We
Yeah,
have
so
sowed
the
the
team's
seeds of
disbanded.
distrust, guys. Thank you
it's
for
over.
coming, and thank you so much for being so patient with us while we fix technical issues. It's very appreciated.
Yeah, definitely. You can watch us back, and there were no issues whatsoever. Nothing happened. So you can just take my word for it. You won. You don't need to see how you won. It was perfect. It was a 10-minute bio.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Have a great night, guys. Congratulations. Thanks so much for chatting to us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, we're going to get reset up with Jinxie so we can do the sign off. Bloop, bloop, bloop. We have Jinxie. We have Jinxie's face to the webcams. Boom. So, we have our Nexus Division champions, Jinxie, our first Nexus Division champions. Is this the first season of Nexus Division?
Yeah, great job to them. They put on a phenomenal show. They're a bunch of really nice folks. So, just again, huge shout out to them. Huge shout out to you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry there were so many issues. I apologize. Next time, it'll be better. But that's going to be it for us here this evening. We're going to send you on over to the C West games that are happening. But before we do, Tetcher, where can folks find you when they are not here? When you are not here.
You can find me on Tetcher, youtube.com, twitch.tv, and twitter.com/Tetcher on all those things. I do casting and esports related content, including Heroes News. I also do memes on Jinxeekatt's channel on YouTube. Search Jinxeekatt on YouTube, where you can see a video that went live today, literally like an hour and a bit ago.
Absolutely. You guys can check me out at twitch.tv/Jinxeekatt, on YouTube at Jinxeekatt, Instagram, if it's available, then you can find it at Jinxeekatt. If you're looking for me, our Meme Sport team, they went live at 7 o'clock Pacific, so that was just under 2 hours ago. It means the world. If you guys would check that out for me, it helps my channel grow, because this is both of our full-time jobs. So if you like what you see, then please feel free to support us. I some of our casters in chat to find our links. And thank you so much, guys. You're the best.
Hell yeah. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you all next time. Congratulations again to Ice Enjoy Bread. Have a wonderful night.
Bye, friends. Thanks so much.